we're just going to start out with just roll your shoulders up and back once or twice, and we'll just start out with a little bit of yoga breath work, and then we're going to do some stretching for our neck area to kind of, that's just a typical area we get a lot of tension, and then we'll start into our class. So just sitting up nice and tall, feel your sit bones connecting with the mat. You feel yourself lifting up through the base of your spine. And then from here, you can just kind of soften your gaze, looking out at the water, or you can close your eyes. Just start to lengthen your breath, so coming into your yoga breath. In class, this is a mix of, yoga, Pilates, so of course we'll be moving back and forth. And during the yoga portion, we'll be, taking these long, deep inhales and exhales through our nose. And then during the Pilates portion, typically when we're counting, we'll be inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth on the part that's a little bit harder. So just take a moment here to really just notice and embrace the feeling of being outdoors right now. So embracing the wind, the sun, all the sounds of the marina, not wanting to change it, just enjoying it for exactly how it is tonight. And then maybe before we start, just taking a moment to remind yourself of something that you're grateful for, or setting an intention, reminding yourself of your goal. And you can slowly open up your eyes, and we're just going to start with some gentle neck movements. So you're going to go ahead and drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Take your hands, you're going to place the fingertips out on the mat, so trying to ground to the mat out by your side. So it's going to kind of help draw the shoulders down and back a little bit. And then we're going to take our chin and just lift it up just a little bit towards the sky, and then back down. So just small little movements up and down about 5 more times. And then just settling in the middle, take the opposite arm, left hand, and really kind of ground through that hand just to kind of create a counter tension on that side, feeling the stretch along the left side of the neck. One more deep breath. And then you can bring your chin down to your chest, and we're just going to kind of set up for the other side. So dropping the other ear towards that other shoulder. And then you're going to lift the chin up a little bit, back down. Just small movements, up, down, maybe 5 or 6 more times. And then just settling in the middle, taking the right hand and really kind of pressing through the fingertips or even the palm, just depending on how long your arms are, to really root through that other side. Good. And then you can bring your head just through to the center. So you're going to take your hands kind of that space where the neck and the skull meet. So just your fingertips there. And we're going to lift our head up and just gently tilt the chin up. And then kind of to the center, and then up to the center 5 or 6 more times. Also kind of pressing into that little points, that maybe the tender points where the skull and the neck meet, little pressure points. Good, and then just holding there for a breath. And then you can release and kind of just shake it out. All right. One more neck stretch. So all the different directions our neck rotates. So this time you're going to keep your hands by the side, and you're going to rotate your neck over to the right side, but you don't want to turn your shoulders. You want it to just be through the neck. So looking over your right shoulder, getting a little neck stretch in this direction, but not forcing it, not going too much. And then take your time just coming back through to the center, over to the other side, looking over that other shoulder. Good, and then we'll come back to the center, and we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So we're going to just start out with a few rounds of cat-cow pose to just warm up the spine. So spreading out the fingers, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your tailbone, look up, and then exhale, making your way through to the center and then rounding. So about 3 or 4 rounds, just really warming up your spine. Exaggerating the movement. And then on your last round, just coming to a neutral spine, and we're just going to do what's called wagging the tail. So just moving your hips side to side. That actually feels pretty good for your spine. All right. So from here, we're going to do a little bit of leg and glute work. So again, spreading out the fingers, hands right under the shoulders. Take the right leg back. You can point the toe, and we're just going to lift it up and back and bring it back down. So getting a little bit more into the Pilates portion. We're going to do about 10 more of these. And as you're reaching, you want to think to lift up, but you want to also think reach out, as if someone's pulling on your foot behind you. You're reaching back behind you as you're reaching up. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Last one, you're just going to pulse it up there. Good, for about 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one out. Flex the foot. Just pushing straight back behind you through the heel. We're going to take the opposite arm forward and just hold it. So working our core. So think lift up through the core, strong shoulders. Make sure it's opposite arm, opposite leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. So for the next one, make sure you have room to bring your foot to the side. So I know in the upper deck, just make sure you have enough room. And then you can take your left hand down. Your right hand's going to come up. And Sarah, can I have you run to the gate? Thank you. And his name is Miguel. So take that foot up, and we're going to do the same thing. Raise and lower. So working the side of your hip. And I'm going to make you do this at the end. So don't worry. Sarah, so she doesn't miss out on one side. All right. Raising and lowering up and down. Inhale through your nose. Maybe exhale through your mouth for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. We're just going to pulse it. So you want that foot up high and forward for 8. Yeah, so you don't want it back, you want it forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold it. Come up onto your left hand so you're on both hands. This is just extra bonus points. Take the left arm out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch. Let's sit back and take a child's pose. So you just reach forward, stretch it out. Good. So really working the hip with doing that the side movement. All right, when you're ready, let's come back up onto our hands and knees. We're just going to set up for the same thing on the other side. So draw the shoulders apart, lift up through the core, take the opposite foot back, maybe point the toe and just lift it up and back, bring it back down. Really reach. If this is hurting your wrists at all, you can come down to your forearms. Same thing. Think reach up and out. So pointing the toe, sometimes we point or flex, and it's just to kind of really keep the leg engaged. So it's not just hanging there. We'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up there, and we're going to pulse it. Just little pulses. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last one, hold it out. Flex the foot just straight behind you. Opposite arm reaches forward. Think strong core, shoulders apart, eyes looking towards the fingers for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we're going to set up on the side. So for the side, you're going to bring the right forearm down, left hand's going to come up, and we're going to, so you want it when it's out to the side, it's to the side, and you want it forward a little. Raise it up and down. It's harder as you bring it forward. So try to keep it. It's really actually by the side, but you have to try to think. Bring it forward. Point the toe up and down. Hi, Miguel. There's a spot where that block is, or right here by Sarah. All right. Keep breathing. Let's go for 6 more. 5, 4. Thank you. 2. Last one. You're going to hold it up there. Come up onto both hands. Opposite arm, opposite leg. You're going to hold it there. Embrace the shakiness for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's sit back. Take a child's pose. And Sarah, I am going to have you do that at the end. So you didn't miss out. Miguel, too. I don't want you to miss out. All right, so we're going to come back up onto our hands and knees. We just worked the legs, the hips, so let's work the arms now. We're going to set up for some push-ups. So to set up for a good push-up, you want to have your hands right under your shoulders, spread out your fingers, and we're all going to just start out in a plank. So we're just going to set up for a good plank, so take one foot back, then the other. And you want to, so just make sure roll forward a little bit. You really want to make sure the hands are right over the shoulders. We're going to do tricep push-ups. You can stay in this plank. I'm going to drop down to the knees. We're just doing 4. So let's go down, elbows hug the ribs like a chaturanga for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it down there, little baby pulses low for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come up just a little break. So just one breath to sit back to a child's pose. We're going to come back, do a second set. So set up, this time take your hands a little bit wider. Chest push-ups, elbows come out to the side, either on your toes or on your knees. Ready? Let's go for 4. Good. 3, 2. Last one, hold it down low and pulse it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit back, child's pose. We're going to do one more set of each. Maybe for the last set you try to do it on your toes, or maybe you just try to have really good form and do it on your knees. All right, setting up, hands under the shoulders. This time the elbows go straight back. Whenever you're ready, let's go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're holding it down and pulsing it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back, little child's pose. Take a little break. One breath. All right, coming back up. Hands start out under the shoulders and take them a little bit wider. Elbows go out wide, either on your knees or your toes. Let's go. 4, 3, good. 2, last one, hold it down. This is the last one for 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Sit back, child's pose. A few breaths here, great job. All right, from here we're going to come into a forearm plank. So go ahead, come onto your forearms. Your fingers are spread apart, elbows this time right under your shoulders. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, nice strong frame. Take one foot out long, then the other. Hips slightly up, but not too much. Good, we're just holding it here for a few breaths. Nice strong core. From here, we're going to move into dolphin pose. So you're going to start to walk the feet forward. This is a shoulder strengthener. Relax the head and neck, chins towards your chest. Also stretching the hamstrings. Walk your feet in as far as you can. Draw the shoulders away from your ears for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to sit back into a child's pose. Relax the arms and shoulders so you can take the hands behind you this time. Palms up. Relax the head down. A few breaths. All right, so here, go ahead and grab a drink of water if you brought some water. And we're going to move through some yoga flows, some sun salutations. So whenever you're ready, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So spread out your hands again, spread out your fingers, lift your hips up and back, just stretch it out here. Take your time, maybe heel toeing your feet. Relax your head and neck, so kind of just check out what's behind you, looking between your knees, chins towards your chest. Coming back to your yoga breath, so long, deep inhales and exhales through your nose. And then we'll walk our feet up to our hands, coming to a forward fold, staying here for a few breaths. So keeping the knees soft for this first one, little bend in the knees, lift up through your hips. Relax your head and neck, relax your shoulders a little. Send your body weight just a little bit forward. We'll inhale to come to a half lift, taking your hands to your shins, draw your shoulder blades back. Good, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Inhale, half lift again. Exhale, fold forward. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Next, inhale, make your way all the way up, either reaching the arms forward or out to the side. Extend through the arms, reach up nice and tall, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we'll move through a few rounds of sun salutation. So stepping towards the front of your mat, let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale to come to a half lift. Exhale to bend your knees, plant your hands stepping back to a plank. So nice strong plank, and then lower down, super slow, elbows side your ribs, coming to an up dog or cobra pose, drawing the shoulder blades back and looking up to the sky. Exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Staying here about 3 to 5 breaths. So spreading out your fingers, finding any movement you need to. Relax your head and neck again. And then from here, bend the knees, look up to your hands. You can walk, step, or even a light hop, bringing the feet to the hands, coming into a half lift. Inhaling. Exhaling to fold forward deeper. Next inhale, extend through the arms, reach up. Maybe reaching back this time, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale to bring your hands to your heart center. Same thing again, so inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to bend your knees, play your hands, come into a plank. Lowering down, reverse push-up. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, 3 to 5 breaths, resetting here. Good, and then you can bend your knees, look up to your hands, walk, step, or hop, bringing your feet up to your hands, coming into a half lift. Exhaling, folding forward deeper. Next inhale, make your way all the way up. All right, good. Hands to heart center. So from here, we're going to come to a chair pose. We'll start with our hands at heart center. Feet close together, just a little space between your feet. We'll bend our knees, sit back, draw your shoulders back. From here, reach your arms forward. Good. And then we're going to reach our arms up. Deep breath. From here, we're going to bring our hands to our heart center. We're going to come to a chair pose. Twist. You're going to hinge forward, but you're still going to keep your chest above your hips. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. So we're twisting to the right. Fingers per fingers, trying to face you as you look up and over your right shoulder. Twist. Make sure one knee's not trying to pop in front of the other. Well, it's probably trying to, but send it back. And then exhale, you're going to fold forward, straightening your legs. Inhale to sit back, coming back to chair pose, just briefly reaching the arms up. Good. And then we'll bring our hands to our heart center. Same thing on the other side. So hinging forward, taking the opposite elbow to the outside of that knee. Prayer fingers trying to face you. Look up and over that shoulder twist. Good. And then exhale, you're going to fold forward. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. Send the left knee down and back, setting up for a low lunge. So we'll just kind of pause here. Check your front knee is above the ankle. Back knee is back. Staying here for a breath or two. Like, sounds like they're having fun over there. All right, we're going to make our way up. So you can take one hand to the knee, then the other, lengthen through your spine. We'll reach our arms up, drawing our shoulders back. Good. Yeah, swayed in the breeze, keeping it up there. So from here, we're going to do that prayer twist again. So taking your hands together, that heart center, we're going to hinge forward, trying to bring the opposite elbow, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, looking up and over that right shoulder. Good. And then you can bring your, coming back through to the center, bring your hands down. We're going to walk our hands back to a half splits pose to stretch out our hamstring. So working towards straightening that front leg, but it doesn't need to be straight. Squaring keeping the hips up high if possible, squaring the hips. So think right hip back, left hip forward. Folding forward towards that front knee. All right, very good. Let's step forward. And we're going to go through a little vinyasa to do the same thing on the other side. So lift that back knee up, step back to a plank, lower down, reverse push up, chaturanga to an up dog or cobra. Coming into downward facing dog for just 2 or 3 breaths. And then you're going to bring the left foot through, opposite foot through between your hands. Take the right knee down and back. Take a moment to just set up, kind of check your alignment, that the knee's over top of the ankle. Send that back knee down and back. And then we'll just kind of pause here for a few breaths. And then you can make your way up, straightening your spine, reaching the arms up, drawing the shoulders down and back again. And then you can bring your hands down to your heart center. We're going to hinge forward, taking the opposite elbow, so right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Prayer fingers trying to face you. They don't need to, but if possible, looking up and over the shoulder. Good, and then you can bring your hands back down. Start to walk your hands back so your hands are more under the hips as you straighten that front leg. Squaring the hips a little, left hip back, right hip forward, folding forward towards that front knee. Deep breath. And then you can make your way forward again. Lift that back knee up. We're going to step back to a plank, going through a low vinyasa, lowering down to an up dog or cobra. Coming into downward facing dog, just 2 or 3 breaths. And then you're going to walk your feet through to the center, crossing at your ankles, and then coming to a seat. So just cross the ankles and come to a seat. Maybe grab a drink of water here. We are going to do some core work. So setting up for kind of a boat pose when you're ready. All right. So we're going to start out with some kind of a sit-up variation. So you're going to take your hands behind your back, fingers facing you, and your elbows are going to go straight back, kind of using the triceps, but we're going to lift the knees up. Hands are straight. And then we'll do the first one really slow, straightening the legs, elbows bend back, and then come up. Good. We're going to do 8 of these. So inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. I'm going to count, but just go at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can just hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a little break. And we're going to do 8 more. So I'll just show you. You don't have to start yet. Option to do it the exact same way or a little bit harder. Reach the arms forward. You probably won't go down quite as low. All right? But just 8. Whenever you're ready, either hands behind you or maybe hands forward. All right, let's go. Knees in towards you for 8. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Good job. All right, so the last one is going to be another variation. We're going to work on holding it. It's going to be high boat, low boat. Good news, we're only doing 3. Bad news, we're holding it for longer. All right, so we're going to hold it for the count of 5 on the high boat, and then hold it for the count of 5 on the low boat. So whenever you're ready, let's start in our high boat so you can have the knees bent, arms reach forward or hands behind the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, shoulders stay lifted, feet stay lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, that was 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower boat for 5. Shoulders up high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Maybe work towards straightening the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Last one here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make your way up. All right. Take a break. Take a drink of water. Good job. You're doing it. All right, we're going to stretch it out a little so you can take your feet in front of you. And let's go ahead and flex the feet. We're going to inhale, reach up. And we're going to twist for right. So looking over your right shoulder, we're just going to hold it here for a few breaths so you can take your left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand behind your back. Sitting up tall, just twisting through your spine should feel good for your back. And then inhale, come back up through to the center. We're just going to soften the knees a little bit, and we're going to fold forward. So you can either keep that bend in your knees, or if you want, if you're more flexible, it feels good, you can straighten those legs, taking a few breaths here. Good, and then we're going to inhale, reach our arms up again, and we're going to twist in the other direction. So exhale, twist, using the hand behind you to kind of just prop you up so you're sitting up nice and tall, looking over that shoulder. So just getting a nice neck stretch again on that side. Good, and then inhale. Reach your arms back up through the center. We're going to fold forward again. So exhale, reach, reach, reach. Seeing if you can go a little bit deeper this time in your forward fold. Good, and then inhale to make your way up. All right, you can bring your hands back down. We're just going to come to a butterfly stretch, so you can bring your feet together, heels in towards you. Sitting up nice and tall to start with, so draw your shoulders back, find length in your spine, and then we're going to start just hinging forward from our hips, so think to keep your chest lifted, straight spine as you reach forward. Allow those knees and legs to relax, taking a few deep breaths. And then from here, you can kind of round the lower back, round the upper back, round the shoulders, bring your forehead down. Maybe your forearms come down. Good, and then you can slowly make your way back up. All right, we're going to do a little bit more core work. So we're going to do a few roll downs. So about 5 or 6 roll downs and then some work on our back. So take your feet in front of you towards the front of the mat. We'll inhale, reach up. You're going to point your toes this time. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, so round your back, and you're going to round your shoulders, lower down as slow as you can using your core. Energy through the arms to kind of slow you down. Once you're all the way down, you're just going to stretch it out. So reach your arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale, lift your arms, head, neck, shoulders, rest of the body's going to follow. If you have trouble making your way up, you're going to bend the knees, grab the back of the legs, pull yourself up. All right, let's do that a few more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, start to round, just moving nice and slow. Seeing if you can just use your core, not gravity. Stretch it out. Inhale, exhale, reach your arms, head, neck, shoulders, follow. Use your core. Get yourself up there. Yes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's roll down. Stretch it out. Good. Inhale. Exhale, come up. This will be our last one up. Good. Reach. And we're going to make our way down and stay down. Stretch it out. From here, we're just going to set up for some bridges. So you're just going to bend your knees, heels in towards you. Feet just about hip distance apart, palms on the mat. And we're going to do about 15. So you're going to inhale to lift up. Exhale, lower down to hover. Taking your time, maybe squeezing your glutes at the top. Lifting your hips up nice and high. Lifting your chin up a little bit away from your chest, allowing your heart to come forward. We're going to do about 5 more. So let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the bridge. So hold it up here, and we're going to march the feet. So you're going to keep the knee bent, bring the knee up over the hip, flexing the foot, and then you're going to bring that foot back down, back in place, and then opposite foot comes up. Good. We're going to do 10, so that's only 5 on each side. Knee just comes over the foot, and then place the foot back down, keeping the heels up, the hips up, nice and high the whole time. Let's do 2 more on each side. After your last one, just hold the bridge again a little bit more. Bend that right knee, bring the right knee over the hip, and work towards straightening that right leg, one-legged bridge. We're going to pause it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot back down. One-legged bridge on the other side. This is our last one. Reach that foot up and pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the foot back down and then you're back down. We'll take the feet out wide. Drop both knees side to side a few times. Windshield wiper in the knees. Kind of releasing any tension in your back. Right, and we have one more bridge series. Working the glutes again and the inner thighs. So when you're ready, setting up, bringing the heels up towards you, feet hips distance apart, press up into a bridge. If you want, you can interlace your hands behind your lower back, and we're just going to work on the calves. So you're going to come up onto the tiptoes, drop the heels down. So just doing this about 10 times. You're keeping the hips up high the whole time. Just kind of stretching and strengthening your calf muscles. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the bridge. We're going to open our knees out to the side and then close the knees. We're doing about 10 or so. Open and close. Working the inner thighs, so really squeeze as you close the knees in together. Inhaling halfway through the movement, exhaling the other half through the movement. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Keep the knees out wide, and you're going to lift and lower the hips. Let the knees relax for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to a lying down butterfly pose. So you can bring the feet together, let the knees relax out to the side for a few breaths. All right, and from here, we're going to make our way onto our side. So it doesn't matter which side you start with. So just say whatever side you can kind of see me better, because we'll just do one side and then switch to the other side. So we're going to take our head in our hands. We're going to straighten the legs. And just for balance, you're going to bring your legs a little bit forward. So they're a little bit of the angle forward, and it'll help a little bit with balance. And we're just going to raise and lower that top leg. So you're working the hips. You want to make sure that your body's not kind of rolling forward or back. And as you're lifting the leg, you want to think energy's reaching out through the leg as well, as if someone's reaching out through your toes. Good. Starting to feel it in the hip. 2, 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it out there. So just hold it out, little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not done. This time, flex the foot, and we're going to move in circles. It doesn't matter which direction you start with, just like medium circles for about 10 circles. Two more, and then switch, going in the opposite direction, about 10, holding it out long, flexing the foot. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more movement. So you're going to flex that foot, point the toe down, bring it down, then bring it up, and then the heel's going to go down on the other side of that foot. So it's going to go up, toes coming forward, up, heels coming back. All right, let's just do 10 of these. 9, 8, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. And then you can just grab the ankle and we're going to stretch our quad. All right, so we're going to stretch it out a little bit here. All right, so from here, you're going to come up onto your forearms. We're going to straighten the bottom leg, bend that top leg, so foot's going to come on top. And then you're going to take that top arm and we're lifting the hip up, reaching it up, maybe stretching it forward. Good. Just a few breaths here. Stretching out the hip. Good, you can come back down. We're going to do that one more time, either staying on the forearm or maybe coming up onto the hand this time. So whenever you're ready, lift the hip up and then extend that arm forward, just stretching it out. Good, and then you can come back down. All right, before we move to the other side, we're just going to come onto our stomach, reaching the arms out long. We're going to do Superman. So reach the arms in front of you, legs out long. Inhale to lift everything up. You don't have to go super high. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the head, chest, arms, legs. Exhale, lower down. So a little bit of a pause after you lift up. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do 5 more. Lift. Lower. 4 more. Moving with your breath. 3, 2, strengthening your back. And last one. Good. And you can just relax your forehead on your forearms for a few breaths. And then we're going to make our way to the other side to do the same side work, but just on your other side. All right. So lining up the legs on top of each other, and then bringing the legs a little bit forward for balance. And then whenever you're ready, raising and lowering that top leg. So you can point the toe so to really engage that leg so that whole leg is strong, is straight. Energy is reaching up and outward. As we start to do this more, you start to feel it in the top of the hip. Five more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it out long, just little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flex the foot and then just start going in circles, small to medium circles, about 10 in the same direction. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch directions. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that foot flexed. Bring the toe down towards the mat in front of the foot. Lift the heel up and then bring the heel down behind that foot. That's 1. Toe comes down, heel comes up. Good. 2. We're going to do 8 more. Moving with your breath. Keeping that foot flexed the whole time. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and then you're going to grab the ankle and just stretch out your quad. All right, good. So from here, we're going to come up onto our forearms. So elbows just under the shoulders, straighten the bottom leg, bend that top knee. So option, you can even stay here. We're just kind of stretching out that hip there. But we want to try to lift up through the hip, reach that arm up. Maybe extend that arm forward a little if that feels good, just stretching it out. Good, and then you can lower the hip down. Either doing it from your forearms again, or you can come up on your hand. So hand under your shoulders, top leg bent, lift up, and then maybe extend forward. Good, and then you can sit back down. And we're just going to take a break here, grab a drink of water. Just pause here. How's everyone doing? Good. All right. So we are going to finish with a little bit more core work. So we're coming onto our back again. Let's roll down onto our back. So using our core to make our way onto our back. All right. So we're going to do an ab set, but we're only doing 5. We're doing 5 exercises and 5 of each exercise. So when we do both legs together, it'll be 5. If we do legs separately, it'll be 10 because it's 1 on each side. First one is double leg stretch, and the first 1 or 2 will just be practice. So you're going to bring your knees in towards you, curl up kind of in a ball, shoulder comes up, and then inhale, reach everything out. Exhale, sweep the arms, bring the knees into the chest. So we're going to do this first 1 or 2 of practice, and then we're doing this for 5 times. So the shoulders stay up the whole time. The core stays still. It's just the legs and the arms that are moving. 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. So for the next one, single leg stretch, shoulders stay up, knees in a tabletop, and we're just going to switch both legs, keeping the shoulders up. So this is where we do 10. Knees over hips, so we'll start now. 10, 9, 8, 7, shoulders stay up high, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to set up for bicycles. So take your hands behind your head, elbows out wide, knees over your hips. Inhale, exhale, opposite elbow, opposite knee. And then switch. Let's speed it up a little bit, twisting up nice and high. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can relax your head down. This time we're going to work the lower ab leg lifts. Start out, take your feet straight up to the sky, palms down by your side. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, let's lower down for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring it up for 3, 2, 1. That's 1. Inhale, lower down for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come up. 3, 2, 1. That's 2. Inhale, lower down. 3, 2, 1. Exhale up for 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. Make it up for 3, 2, 1. Last set. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. And up for 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. 1 more exercise. It's Pilates scissors if you want to see what it looks like. Both legs are working towards being straight. You're reaching for your ankles, draw your shoulders up, pulse, pulse, and then switch, pulse, pulse. So pointing the toes, keeping your shoulders up the whole time. Exhaling on the pulses. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And just hug your knees into your chest and just kind of move in a little circle. Good job. All right. What do you guys think? Should we do 1 more round? We have time to. Let's do it. Remember, it's only 5 of each exercise. So we're going to start with the double leg stretch. Whenever you're ready, Knees in towards you, chest up high. You're coming up into a ball. Inhale, exhale, then inhale, reach out, exhale, round. That's 5. Inhale, reach, exhale, 4. Keeping the core straight, just moving the arms and legs. 3, 2, last one. All right, single leg stretch, shoulders stay up, and you're just going to move the legs out long. They can either stay up high at like 45 degrees or low for 10. 9, keep the shoulders up high. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bicycle crunches, hands behind your head. Same thing, this time you're adding a twist. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Really twist, come up nice and high. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the legs up to the sky. This time we're going to go faster on those leg lifts. So just for a slow count of 1. So let's lower down and then raise it up. 5. Lower and raise for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Scissors. One leg comes in towards you, the other's out long. Pulse, pulse, bring it forward. Pulse, pulse. Good. Keep the shoulders up high. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hug your knees in towards your chest. We're just going to stretch it out a little bit from here. The hard work is done. Let's come to a figure 4 stretch. So whenever you're ready, take your right ankle above your left knee, and then you can interlace your hands behind your left thigh or even on top of that left knee, stretching out the hips and the glutes. And then from here, you can straighten up that left leg up towards the sky, stretching the hamstring a little bit more. So hands either behind your thigh, or you can walk your hands up towards your calf if that feels good. And then you can bend that knee. From here, let's cross our right knee over our left knee like we're sitting cross-legged, and we're just going to come to a twist. So you can drop both knees over to the left side. Taking your right arm out long to a T, or just bending the right elbow up overhead. Taking a few breaths here. And then take your time to make your way back through to the center, uncross your legs, and we'll come into the figure 4 stretch on the other side. And then staying in the figure 4, but straightening that right leg. And if you want, you can walk your hands up towards the calf or the ankle if it feels good. And then you can release the leg. You're going to take the left knee over the right knee, like you're sitting cross-legged. Bring the knees up towards you and drop both knees over to the right side for your twist. And then you can come back through to the center. We'll stretch it out long, so straighten your legs, reaching the arms up overhead. And then you're going to make your way into just a brief shavasana, so just relaxation. Maybe bringing the hands by the side, letting your feet naturally open up out to the side. Getting out kind of any last minute movement, any last minute fidgeting, and just allowing yourself to come to a place of stillness. Taking a moment and just scanning your body to notice if you have any particular place of tension, and just consciously allowing that area to release and relax. And then from here, take a nice deep inhale, complete exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. And then just start to maybe roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists a few times. Maybe stretching your arms up overhead again, bending your knees. Taking your time to make your way all the way up to a seat. Good, and then we'll finish by bringing our hands to our heart center. Let's take one more inhale, reach out and up. Press the palms together, exhale to bring your hands to your heart center, and just take a moment to feel a sense of gratitude, thanking yourself for making it out tonight, doing something good for your body, for your mind. Gratitude for the beautiful evening and each other's company. And just allow the positive energy you feel from class to be a benefit to yourself and the people around you throughout the evening and throughout the day tomorrow. Namaste. Great job. You made it. All right.